And one time, the guy says, well, some of us would like to split up and go to other restaurants. We found out they went to McDonald's. They wanted to know if McDonald's hamburgers were the same as they are in the U.S.
Oh my God.
I couldn't believe it. You're in Paris.
Yeah.
All the best food in the world.
Well, that's what I was just saying. There's a movie, I don't know if it's true or not, but they say in France they call it a Royale with cheese because it's quarter pounder here and there's no pounds in France. So what are they going to call it? A kilo,
Yeah.
A quarter kilo.
Yeah, I know, eighth kilo.
On one of these trips, one of the guys from IBM who knew his way around Paris said, let's go to my favorite restaurant. It's called Chez You, E-U-X, which means at home with yourself. It's like being at home.
Okay.
So we went there, and when we walked in, he said, now Les, you're going to have to pace yourself here. He said, they just keep bringing the food and feeding all of you. So we get in trouble eating. I know, not me. I've been on the farm. Harvest lunches and dinners.
Yeah.
And, all right, so anyway, they come out with soups, and if you ask for lobster bisque, there's a thing like this. You can take as many helpings as you want.
Wow.
And it keeps on going. And of course, the lobster bisque has some kind of hooch in it. It's really kind of, I was going to say tough on your stomach. Not really tough, but eventually it can...
Like a spice, you mean? Or?
Well, it can make you sick. Too much of it. So I kept ordering something of everything. And finally they came around with dessert. And they had a table on wheels like this. And these desserts were all over the place. I looked at it, my stomach started. So I said, I'm going to have to go outside. So I went outside in the fresh air and walked around and came to the window right next to where these guys were eating and stuck my nose against the window, They were laughing like crazy. So the guy from IBM says, Les, I told you have to pace yourself.
Yeah.
It's so rich.
It doesn't happen every day, right?
Yeah, it's so
Where you
rich.
have too much food.
Well, it's so rich. Another place I got sick was in Taiwan.
Taiwan.
I visited there. They took me around to various industries, universities. There'd always be a big meal with 10 or so people in it. The giant lacy Susan.
Yeah.
And on it might be several kinds of Chinese food.
Yeah.
So this was that.
But like authentic, right? Not like the American side.
Authentic. It'd be lunch, it'd be dinner, it'd be lunch, dinner. To 5 days of this, I was getting on the plane to leave and I threw up.
Oh,
Well,
too much.
I was going to throw up. But I said to the stewardess, I've been here a week eating all this stuff in my stomach. I used to, what do? You come with me, I have a banana. Banana with 7 stuff.
Is that right? I never tried that. I used to get sick all the time. I'm sure you remember.
Oh yeah,
So she gave
I
me
had a
this.
very weak stomach. Sensitive, yeah.
Anyway,
How are you now?
the banana works.
It's
You outgrew
almost,
it?
yeah. Once in a while when I eat too much, I'll have
Yeah.
bad feeling. Just eat a Tums or something, it'll be fine.
Anyway, I think of that young woman as a queen among women because she settled my stomach.
Yeah, that would have been a rough flight, huh?
Yeah, you take off from Taiwan, you go to Japan. It was nonstop from Japan to New York. So that was a long, long trip.
Yeah.
Oh, other interesting meals. South Africa. We go to a dinner out there and they say, they want fillet of ostrich.
Oh.
They got a big, well, it's like chicken, but very tough
It's like
chicken.
tough chicken.
So there are all sorts of funny foods like that.
Really?
They eat all their animals.
They eat anything?
Well,
Pretty much?
They've learned how to make good meals from the local animals.
Yeah.
So one student I had was from South Africa, and his parents were inviting me and a few other faculty members to the home for
Yeah.
dinner. And he says, "Oh, I hope that each one has a housemaid. I hope she'll serve you some of her great impala pie."
Oh my God.
So we go there. We're
Impala
impressed.
pie?
Impala, yeah. So she comes around and she's black. So I turn to her and says, "Dove," that's the guy that was a student there. "Dove says you make great impala pie." The whole table comes to dead stop. People are spoonful. I'm talking to a black.
Oh, really? It was like unheard of. Wow. And that was how many years ago?
Well, that was before the changeover from tough.
Before apartheid?
During apartheid.
During apartheid.
Yeah.
So, but she was kind of like an exception, or?
No. She didn't speak. She didn't say a word to me.
Oh.
But my friend, my former student, had said you should get some of it in Impala pie. So I said something about it at the table.
Well, no, but I thought apartheid was when they separated everyone from each other.
No, but the point is, in those days, the blacks couldn't speak to whites.
But they could work for them.
They could work for them.
Yeah.
So when you walk along the sidewalk, if a black was coming along, he would step off on the grass and do his head. So
Wow.
good day, boss, they would call.
And that wasn't all that long ago? 50 years or 40?
I was there before the changeover and after the changeover. And it was quite a change.
Yeah.
We go to the park when they had apartheid, and there'd be a little stand for ice cream or whatever else, and the park's almost empty. So you get someone to go to the table. See all these blacks sitting around on the grass.
Mm.
Why don't they sit there? Oh, they're not allowed to sit at the table. They have to sit on the grass.
Wow.
So anyway, there were all sorts of very different things.
Yeah.
When they would come to pick up the linen in the morning at the hotel, she'd knock and come to the door, and she'd look straight down at the floor. She wouldn't look at you. She'd say, "I've come for the linen, boss." And so I get a corner, she'd go. And then when I came back next time, the lady that came said, "I'm here for your linen." That's all there was. No boss, no anything. Everything got straightened out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are all sorts of exotic foods to eat there, but the Impala pie was really very good. And so
It was like a mincemeat pie or something?
well, it was like a normal meat pie. Pieces
Meat pie, right.
of meat and veggies and then a crust on it.
Right, right.
But the ostrich was a little surprise. They have other stuff.